So here we are on plot number 2, and this is our end of May 2017 roundup and tour of the plot. And now last month I was really disappointed that not much had changed. This month a lot has changed. It's actually beginning to look like a real allotment. Things are in the ground and it's really looking quite exciting. The crop that we have had in the longest up here has been the potatoes, and they are coming on great guns. We've got, these are all our first earlies, the big ones. We've got 2 rows of Red Duke of York on the right and Home Guard on the left, and you can see the Red Duke of York have slightly darker stems and the leaves are just a little bit darker green, so they're quite easy to tell apart. And we have now started planting our main crop, so we've got 2 rows of burgundy Highland red and 2 rows of salad blue, which are the last ones to go in, so they haven't come through entirely yet. Down by the corrugated sheets we have today planted some aubergines. They're looking a little bit sorry for themselves because they've only just gone in today, and we're hoping that the tin will provide a bit of extra heat that we think the aubergines might need. We've got a little row of lettuces, and then we've got some courgettes. You can see the lovely sign there that Andrew made. There's a few of those dotted about the place. And then we have sown some seeds. We've got salsify, which is a new one to me. Never tried salsify. Parsnips, carrots, a couple of rows of beetroot. And then today our tomatoes went in. They are also looking a bit sad because we've had them up here in pots longer than we should have. They should have gone in the ground a bit quicker, and they suffered from being in the pots, but hopefully they will pick up. We've still got probably about half of the pot, maybe 40%, still covered in the weed suppressing membrane. And here we have a row of marrow and a couple of rows of onion. On the right is white onion and on the left red. Now we didn't sow any onion seeds. We didn't think we were going to want onions because they're quite readily available and reasonably cheap in the supermarkets. But it just felt wrong not to have them, and we were in a well-known large DIY store, and they had some already grown, so we bought a strip of each, and so they were started off commercially. And we're trying to keep on top of the weeds. It's not looking too bad here, but you can see over here it's a different story, and the reason that this has got a little bit out of control so we were waiting for some garlic to come up. You may remember on my last roundup I said we'd just sown some. Now we've got here some elephant garlic has come up, one there and one there. We just bought the 2 cloves of that. So I'm really pleased that's come up, but really none of the rest of it has come up as yet. Well, except possibly for one just here. Where is it? I've lost it. There it is. So the others may come up. I may have planted them too deeply. So we shall wait and see. If not, I'm sure we have plenty of other things that could go in there. So you'll see that the tunnel cloche, which we put up this month, is empty at the moment because we've had a mad rush to get things into the ground, and so there is more in the greenhouse to come over. Here are some more potatoes, trying them in bags as well to see how they do in bags. And then the raised bed behind us, you can see we've got pumpkins. We are quite excited today because behind the pumpkins we think we've got a bumblebee nest. It's quiet now at this time of the evening, but we have seen bees disappearing into a spot in the bank all day and coming out again, so we're obviously going to be quite careful not to disturb that. So we've got pumpkins, we've put in a nasturtium, just seen our first nasturtium flower. There's a few nasturtiums there and some salad crops in between. This bed of salad crops has been very successful. We've had loads of radishes. We've discovered a love for radishes that was hitherto unknown to us. But this bed has been really a bit disappointing. The salad leaves haven't done very well at all in here, and apart from a little scattering here, the rocket has failed to come up. Or been eaten by somebody else. These beds have been suffering quite badly with snails, particularly slugs and snails. I think it's because the bank behind gives them protection and the plastic keeps it nice and warm and moist for them, and so they come up and then eat our salad crops. So that is really an ongoing battle. So we're actually thinking we might rethink where the salad crops go. I mean, having said that, one of the beds has been really successful. It seems to be this one that has suffered quite a lot. And we've got some herbs here in the corner. We have had a greenhouse donated to us. That has been quite useful for hardening off some stuff and is a good place to park your handbag. There are a few things, mainly artichokes at the bottom, that we need now to get in. That's the next thing, to find a spot for those, and we've got some beans to go in as well. So, and here are the herbs, and there is, despite bringing over a huge amount of stuff, there is still quite a lot to come over from the greenhouse. So let's have a little look around the greenhouse. So although quite a lot of stuff has gone to the allotment plot, it's still full house in the greenhouse. And I suppose the story of this month is really just trying to keep on top of everything. And even so, there are some things that are desperately overdue for some attention and we need to get onto. In the corner here we've got the cucamelons, which are busy knitting themselves into a tangle. They need to go to the plot. And we've got some lab beans. The alpine strawberries are beginning to look a bit more robust. We've got basil. We've got quite a lot of zinnias in this greenhouse, on the grounds that we won a packet from Mr. Fothergill's, and so we planted them all and they've all come up. This leaks, desperately need to do something with those. We've also got some more seedlings that we planted. Yes, we are gluttons for punishment. So we've got some purple basil, evening primrose. Those are some more aubergines, some lettuce, more aubergines, and at the back our first lot of cabbage that we put in. So we're hoping to get some crops going for over the winter as well, and artichokes that need to go up the plot, and lots more things, mina lobata, some more cucumbers, some tomatoes, and this is a pot of cosmos, and the other half of the pot is lavender, and that is being a little bit more slow to germinate, but hopefully we'll have some flowers as well. And then on the other half of the greenhouse, more zinnias, alpine strawberries again, lots more basil, going to be all right for pesto. And here we've got some ochre. You can just begin to see that oxalis leaf shape coming through. So we're really quite excited about these, because obviously this is something unusual that we haven't eaten, we haven't seen before. So that's quite exciting. And then there is a little forest here of more zinnias. So that's it for the greenhouse. So that's it for the end of May 2017. It has been a lot to dig in this month, lots of hard work, bringing things over from the greenhouse, hardening them off, and then battling to get the time to get them in the ground. And hopefully, and now they are in the ground, it'll all pick up and we'll start to see the benefits.